What do I do? There we go. Like a professional. Oh boy. Oh boy. Uh, well, okay. So, hello to everyone watching the replay because it seems like nobody's actually watching the stream just yet. But people will tune in. They'll tune in. We'll get everything sorted out. All right. Yes. So people are rolling in. People are rolling in. Welcome. Welcome. So, man, questions are rolling in fat. Wow. I got questions that came in at 8:18 a.m. like before the stream even came up. Where was that photo taken? I had a previous photo that was up of me at Qinghai Lake, but that's gone now. So, yeah, it doesn't really make sense. I think the photo I've got up now for this live stream is the Southampton shirt. So, yeah, there we go. Anyone in? Okay, people are in. Yes. Okay, Jamaica Funk, World Traveler, Snow Drugs. Snow Drugs. That's such a problematic name for me to say. Oh well. We'll see if the stream gets demonetized. If it does, then it's your fault. Yeah. Are you? I'm gonna skip the. I'm gonna skip that particular question, Justin. If you'll forgive me. Did I get my stimulus check? No. I gotta. No, I keep forgetting to check up on that. I don't know what's going on. Like, I know some people here have gotten it, but I haven't. I haven't filed my taxes for this year yet. I'm going to, of course. I always do, but like when I file those, I'll leave a little. Because I think you can leave a thing about direct deposit in there. So there you go. Please, please blame my parents for the name. Well, okay. I'm not really sure what that means. Not really sure what that means. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's a nice. It's a nice gray morning here in Chengdu. The weather the last few days has been really nice actually. Some of my friends and I like went out for a bike ride on Sunday. Went out for a little village bike ride and some really nice food and stuff. It's been really sunny. It's been getting hot, but today it's just very gray, kind of a smoggy day. Not so nice, which is why we're inside. We are inside. All right. How does the Wechat QR code work? Well, there's if you go into Wechat in your Discover page, you'll see like there's a section for there's a section for mini programs, and then like mine is this one. Like the health code is the first one right here. Every city has a different health code, and it's just like you put in some information. And like I think you put in like your passport number, and you put in like where you're living, how long you've been in a certain city, and things like that. And then like you'll get. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to. I'll just put my thumb over it like that. So then you'll get a green health code like this. If like if you're quote unquote healthy, then you have to. Well, then you get the green. If you're like still sort of at risk based on like your travel history or like contact history with certain people, then it'll be like yellow or red. So, but if you're green like this, that means you're good to get in anywhere, basically. But the thing is, not like this one in Chengdu. Foreigners couldn't use it for a really long time. they only let foreigners use that code maybe it's about 2 weeks ago, maybe about 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Justin's saying, yeah, foreigners in Gansu can't use that health code at all. Yeah, that kind of makes sense for Gansu. It's a place that there's not a lot of foreigners in Gansu. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because if you don't have the health code, they don't let you into certain places. Like they want to see that health code. And now that foreigners have that health code, you have to show it when you go into like shopping malls or some restaurants and things like that. You have to show that. They just take a quick look at it. They don't scan it or anything. They just take a quick look at it, and then you're in. Then you're in. So yeah, that is a thing about being in places where there are less foreigners. Is that like when something happens, and you need to access a service. If you're somewhere without a lot of foreigners, they don't tend to take foreigners into consideration. It's just everything needs a Shenfenzhen, a Chinese ID card. It needs Shenfenzhen, Shenfenzhen. You can never use passports. Yeah, that's a reality. It's a reality. So yeah, places like Xi'an, would have no issue. That's what I would assume. Because there's tons of foreigners in Xi'an, especially like travelers and teachers and workers and the like. Yeah, absolutely. It's a major city. So there you go. Yeah, Jamaica Funk's got the code. Wow, what a sentence I just said. Jamaica Funk's got the code. Um, oh, okay. Well, yeah, that was a thing. Luckily here they do have the instructions in English, because I imagine I would have been helping a lot of people read through that Chinese if they hadn't had the English. So yeah. Well, I think they don't want anyone moving around. That's the thing. I just think they don't. It's too much mafan. It's too much trouble to get forwards in on stuff, I think, sometimes. But yeah. Let's see. No, I've not been to Tibet. It's not a place I'm really that interested in, to be honest. Just seems like I'll just say it's just not a place I'm not interested in. But there are lots and lots of restrictions on going to Tibet. So yeah, you can look those up online. You can't freely travel. You have to get a tour guide. You have to register with the group, and they kind of pick the route that you go on. And there's always people with you. It's a guided tour. You can't just freely travel around Tibet. You can't do that. So if he or she wants to, if he wants to just go to Tibet and go hiking or something, he can't do that. I think you would have to get a total of something like 8 travel permits or something like that, like 8 different. I think like 8 different permits in order to travel freely, and that's pretty much impossible. Plus, China's not letting people in at the moment. So, and I'm willing to bet that just with Corona and with the sensitivities of people coming in and out of certain areas, nobody's going to Tibet for a while. So, yeah, there we go. Yeah, enough for this code stuff. Enough for this code stuff. Oh gosh. I know exactly the thing you're talking about. The most embarrassing moment you've had while speaking Chinese. Now, if you've got anyone, type them in the chat, because this is a great little topic. Embarrassing moments speaking Chinese. I don't know I can't think of any off the top of my head. Um, hmm. Yeah, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I do have a good one um, that someone I know said 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I've got this friend. So I've got this group of people who we go play ultimate frisbee together, about once or twice a week. We go down to the Global Center's huge park. We play ultimate frisbee together, and the problem is it's a big public park, and uh, there's a lot of people. Of course, it's China, and like the weather's finally nice. It's warm. It's pleasant to be outside. So there's a lot of kids running around, a lot of families, and things like that. And so we're getting ready to start the game, and like we're lined up and we're ready to kind of kick off to start the game or whatever. And I got this friend from Venezuela who his Chinese is it's not that great, but he's trying. He's trying, and he sees these little kids, and he's like, "Xiao Peng Yo, Xiao Peng Yo, Xiao Peng Yo," which means like, "Hey, little buddies, Xiao Peng Yo, Jing, Buyao," means like, "Please don't, Buyao, woman, Zai, we are," and he's doing this to gesture for frisbee, right? The woman's eye, da feiji, but he means one fei pan. So what he said is like, watch out, guys, we're jacking off right now, like we're masturbating. Please move. Ah, no, you can't say that, man. It's like I said, feiji. It's like it means like jacking off, but he means like one fei pans. If feiji and fei pans, totally different. Totally different. So he just like went up to he just told these kids, "Hey guys, watch out, we're jacking off right now." Instead, come on. And me and this Chinese guy just looked at each other like, did he just say that? Like, oh my God, like you can't, like Chinese people are gonna get a real kick out of this story. Or like I guess people who speak Chinese will get a kick out of that story. So oh yeah, there you go. Bam. Right there. See? Yeah, exactly. It's a good story, I think. Hmm. Oh no. Yeah. When we were first learning, got in trouble for forgetting my book a couple of times. All our books had different colored covers. Tried to tell the teacher I brought my yellow book. Yeah. So yeah, so that's an interesting little quirk in Chinese. Like yellow means like things related to like obscenity and sexual matters and pornography and things like that. So if you bring your yellow book, it's gonna be a very specific type of book. Yeah, exactly. Like yeah, that's a good example. That's a good example. Um, yeah, there was a look of horror. She thought I was telling her about the porn I had brought to class. Exactly. So the yellow book will be some kind of really graphic, porn novel. Steven says hello. Hello! Hey, Steven, where are you tuning in from? Where are you why did I say turning in from? Tuning in from. Let me know. I'm going to refill this coffee real quick. And you guys, you keep talking. I'm listening. I'm listening. You can probably still see me. I don't even know. Don't even know. Coming back. Vancouver. All right. Wenhua Ge. I think that's the Chinese for Vancouver.
Wenhua.
What? Wenhua? Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's see what's going on. Is there more demand for native English teachers? There's always demand. That's something that's never going to change. I would say probably people nowadays, they probably have a little bit more, okay, this will go with David's question. There's probably, I think teachers might be able to negotiate for slightly higher salaries. I think that would be a change. Yeah, that would be a change. Like teachers could probably negotiate for once, because like in the past, like under normal circumstances, like schools don't like to negotiate. They'll just say like, this is the salary, this is how much you work, take it or leave it. But I think now, with like no foreigners coming in at all, there's probably a lot of wiggle room. Yeah, probably a lot of wiggle room. I think that last character is incorrect. It's a different Hua. So there we go. Do I know any teachers that have gotten fired? Like in their entire careers? I mean, I've been fired from a place, but like no one. I'm not sure what you mean. If you can clarify that, that question, that'd be good. Ooh, what was the scariest experience you've had in China? The scariest. Interesting. 有意思. Okay. Now, something very specific comes to mind. Not in terms of like scary. I've not had a lot of scary experiences. I've had a lot of moments where I've been like slightly nervous. Like when I first came into China, like the very first day landing in China and not knowing what to expect. Like that's scary in a way. Or like going to these wild places and seeing weird things. It's all scary in a way. But I'll tell you, I can find a oh no, I know, I can't talk about that though. I'll have to find a very. I'm thinking about making a video on this, but I'm not sure if I can, because of the nature of where this took place. But I have a creepy experience. I'm trying to find the video that is associated with this, so I can put it in the doobly-doo, the chat. So it was this place called Gao Miao Village, and a couple of friends and I, we had gone to this village, and we didn't really know anything about it. And we show up, and this place is awesome. It's totally off the grid. It's off the map. There's like these little rivers that are snaking through the village. There's all these like really cool bridges that are built up, and there's, it's just super old school and rustic and like untouched by foreign influence, and it's everything we wanted and more. There was one part in the journey where we were going around. I found the video. Okay, where we're walking on this path through the forest. I suppose we're just walking on this little path through the forest, out in the middle of nowhere, and like we can hear this like these bugs going off. It's like, it's almost like that classic horror movie sound, like but it's like really, really high pitched and really screechy, but it has this echoing kind of descending effect. And like it's really gray and misty. We're walking through the woods in a very Silent Hill kind of way, and then we look over, and there's like, and like I have it on video actually. One of my friends says, "Hey, are those graves?" And then it's like we look over, and there's just a little graveyard over there. There's a little graveyard over there. One of the graves is busted open, and this like and. It just goes on, and the path goes on. It was really quite creepy. quite creepy. So I'm going to drop that link to that video in the chat because that was quite an experience. There you go. Okay. Meow Meow Village video. And I've got a lot of posts on Instagram for that. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is just at Austin in China. Yeah, definitely follow me on Instagram. I love. Yeah, it's sort of reminding me of the Japanese suicide forest a little bit. It is so creepy. The video starts with that moment, or at least a clip of that moment. So yeah, there's some pictures of that that village on my Instagram account, and I think I've posted a couple from my recent bike trip. Because last week when I did a live stream, people were motivating me to go out and film stuff, and I have. I went out on this bike ride, and we went out to these. We just went out kind of just to do a village ride. We went out to do a village ride, and there's food involved. Whoa! I was going to show you a clip real quick. So, yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's a little food clip for you right there. Oh, VLC, don't do this to me. Yeah, perfect. So there's a little bit of the food that we had while we were there, and I've got. It was just a nice little ride. It was a little rough because there was some construction that had changed I went on Baidu Street Map, Baidu Street View, and pulled up a few streets to look at, but some of them had been demolished, and some streets had been moved, and it was hard to figure out where to go, but we eventually found the right spot, and yeah, it was just a good time. So I've actually got the footage, and it's over by the military hospital. So I got the footage, and everything's ready, almost ready. Today's Tuesday. I could probably finish this video I could probably put this video up on Friday. So thank you for the encouragement, and yeah, thank you for the encouragement. Let's see. Ah, okay. So anyone that's gotten fired in the past two, so including his bosses of wage. Oh, geez. Okay, that's fired for classroom Yeah, I know one person who's been fired from every single job he's ever had in China. We call him Nihilist Tim. If anybody I know watches this, they'll know who I'm talking about. I mean, his name's Nihilist Tim, so you can, you know what kind of person he is. Ooh, from Alberta, Edmonton. Hey, welcome to the party, man. Welcome to the party. Let's see. Tell us how you lost weight. I got a couple of videos on that. It's basically, I quit eating carbs and quit eating sugar. Although I'm sort of back on carbs and sugar again, but I'm starting to get a little bit back. So maybe in a week or two, I'm going to get back on that diet. Whatever happened to my old blog? That's a great question. I think blogging is dead. Like blogging's dead. I would put a lot of work into blogging and typing out these stories and typing out my thoughts and, messing with the layout of the blog and all this. And then I would put all this work into it, and then I would post, and then I'd get one view. One view. It's not worth all of that all of that effort to do all this kind of thing. It's not worth all that for one view. And I'm not willing to put in all the work and all that stuff to like up myself in the Google search. And I think it's still up. I think my blog is still up. I don't even know what you would search. So good luck. Good luck finding that old blog. Let's see. Tianjiner who lives abroad. I know you used to live in Tianjin. I did. It was not my favorite place, but I did live there. I still think about Jianbing Guozi every now and then. Great stuff. There are a couple of restaurants I do miss from Tianjin, but yeah. I mean, I hope you're having a good time abroad. I don't know where you are or what you're doing, but I hope everything's doing well. So Canadian or American Asians wanting to teach English in China. So we're talking about ABCs or like CBCs, like American-born Chinese or Canadian-born Chinese wanting to teach English because they are American, right? Or they are Canadian, right? But the thing is, they're mug, they look Chinese. So the thing is, like a lot of schools, even universities to an extent, like they just want someone who looks like a foreigner. They want someone who looks like white or, not Asian. And a lot of them won't even believe that you were born in, whichever country you say you're from. They'll just say, "Oh no, you're Chinese. Like you just have an American passport, or you just have a Canadian passport." So it's a little more difficult to get a job, but you can totally get a job. Like you just have to like do a lot more convincing. Like I am actually, Canadian. I'm actually American. I knew a guy who's from Washington D.C. Is Chinese. He's fully ethnically Chinese, but he's from D.C. And he got so tired of trying to find teaching jobs that he just kind of gave up and just like started running a business because he got tired of trying to convince people that he wanted to teach English. So there's such thing as a dependent visa. Could your wife sponsor you? Yes. I think it's called is it a Q visa? I forget the specific like name of the visa, but there is like a spousal visa that you can be on. Absolutely. Yeah, that is definitely a thing. You're not allowed to work on it, which never made any sense to me. But that's it. Yeah. Wow, watching from Flower Mound. Flower Mound? Really? Huh. For those of you who don't know, Flower Mound is it's a small place. Kind of is it in Central Texas, I guess? North Texas. If I even remember right. Oh man, I can't even remember. I've been out in Texas for so long that I've like forgotten. I know it's near me, Flower Mound, Texas. I know I can share my screen. I just don't know how to do it yet.
Don't share your screen.
Oh. Crystal really doesn't want me to show. Oh, it's in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. That's right. Yeah, North Texas. Okay, it's like Dallas, Fort Worth, and then Flower Mound's right. But yeah, small place. Howdy from Arkansas. Well, howdy, John SS. I remember you. I like a lot of you guys. You tune in more than once. That's great. It will, yeah. There's some arguments about keto and what it does to you long term, but it seems to me like you can do keto for a long time, and it's an optimization diet. If you got fat, it'll optimize the amount of fat. Like you lose fat. If you don't have enough fat, it'll build up your fat. And it's an anti-inflammatory diet and lots of other things. It's great. Watching from Dallas, Texas. All right. Cheers. I do like Dallas. I miss Deep Ellum. Deep Ellum's just a really cool, like artsy district. Lots of cool little art shops and music venues and coffee places. It's sort of a hipstery place, but I like it. Is it true that people are running away from non-Asians because they're scared they'll be infected? No, not anymore. I suppose there's always Guangzhou, right? There's always Guangzhou, but but as far as I know, like I've never had anyone run away from me because they think I'm infected. I think this is just a case of like a few isolated incidents, and then like media tries to blow it up and make it look like it's a rising trend. That's very typical media sort of thing. So yeah, I don't think so, but yeah, it's probably in Guangzhou. Yeah. Hey, my sister's in the stream. She's gonna be popping in and out. Can Crystal tell us her son's? Hold on a second. Sorry, my nose has been really, really itchy. I keep rubbing it. It's annoying. Okay. All right. So you can't do keto due to gout. Yes, you can. I've got gout. I had really severe gout. I was really, really restricted in a lot of ways. Like normally, like people who have gout can't eat seafood and can't drink beer, and that's pretty much it. But like I couldn't do like no soy, no beans, no peas, no seafood, no beer. Can't have too much beef. Can't have too much this. Like I had so many restrictions on what I could eat because my gout was so bad. But like I did do keto, and I lost a bunch of weight, and my gout is so much better. It's so much better than it used to be. So you can totally do that. So don't worry about that. All right. Let's see. Plan on staying in China forever? No, not forever. Forever is a long time, man. Forever is a very long time. Sup, bro? Sup, sis? Okay. Have you ever tried water fasting for short periods of time? I've done 24-hour water fasts before, and feel pretty good when they're done. Like I love that feeling of when you're just about to eat for the first time in that 24 hours, and like you're looking at the clock, and then you got the food, and you're like, okay, I got 15 minutes, I can get this out of the fridge. Okay, 14 minutes, okay, I can take it out, and then I got 10 minutes, let's start cooking it, and then you time it so it's exactly 24 hours, and you sit down, and then that first bite or two or three bites, it feels like such a treat. Like, oh man, it's like that feeling is just so good of eating after that long. Like you don't get that hungry. Like 24 hours, you're not that hungry. 24 hours is not a long time to fast, but yeah, I've done that before. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, she likes the new software. All right. Great. Wait, the cucumber flavor of what? Cucumber flavor? Oh, Lay's. Okay, Lay's chips. Oh, I like a couple of the Chinese Lay's flavors. They have mala xiangguo, which is like a sort of hot pot flavor, and then there's the lime flavor. Lime is surprisingly good, and a couple of others, but I don't like most of them. I have a story about this. Sorry, my nose is itching again. Hold on. So, context, my sister lives in Alaska. Okay, so living in Alaska, lots of bears, lots of moose, lots of just about everything, right? So she's asking, any bears in China? Because I don't mess with bears. So I have a story. Now, in Henan province, this was maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago, something like that. In Henan province, there's this guy, this farmer, rocks up to the hospital, and he's covered in these giant, like, scratch marks and giant lacerations. He's been like ripped to pieces. He's all right, but like he's just been shredded. And the nurses and the doctors are like, oh my God, what's going on here? Like this guy's been fucked up. Like he's been messed up. And so they sort of they think he's been attacked by something, and they bring in the police to sort of like just kind of figure out. I don't know why they would call the police, but they did anyway. Police show up and they start questioning this guy, like, "Hey, what happened to you? It looks like you've been attacked by like a wild animal. You've been attacked by something. Like, what's going on?" And the guy just goes, "No, it's okay. It's like my dog. My dog did it. It's okay." And they're like, "Sir, like you got giant claw marks all over your body. Like this is not a dog." And he's like, "No, it's okay. It's just my dog. I was feeding it, like I do." And he just kind of went crazy and he scratched me up a little bit. And so they go out to the farmer's house, and they kind of like farmers out in the countryside. They live in big standalone houses, not like big concrete high rises or whatever. They're just standalone houses. So they go kind of around the side of the house into the back behind the house, and they see as they kind of go around, they see a little shed, and they see like a brown bear, or was it a sun bear? They see a bear tied up, chained to this little thing, and it's just chilling there. And they're like, "Is that his dog?" And so this guy had been like keeping this bear for like 2 years. And he thought it was a dog. So they go back and they talk to him. It's like, "Sir, you've got a bear in your backyard." He's like, "No, it's a dog. I found it. It was like this big. And, I just raised it from a puppy. It did get really big. And I thought it was odd that my dog had gotten so big and would eat so much. But, I just thought it was a really special type of dog." And it's just like, oh man, I forget how the story ends. I'm sure the guy was fine, but they probably took the bear away. But I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Pandas are a kind of bear. Yeah, absolutely. I do believe there are black bears. I forget. I don't know much about bears. So yeah, there you go. There you go. Right. Someone was saying something in the last live stream about China's. My nose is so itchy. Was saying something about the municipal coupon as compared to the stimulus. So the American government is giving a stimulus package in cash. Chinese government is giving coupons. But Crystal was telling me yesterday that in order to get the coupon, you have to go to a certain website and you have to like apply for it. And you would get like 20 or 30 yuan. So like, I don't know, like $3, $4, $5. And you get 20 or 30 yuan off of a purchase of 100 yuan or 200 yuan, something like that. So it's like a 20%, 30% discount, something like that. But you can't use it to buy basic necessities. You can't use it to buy rice and oil and basic foodstuffs. They want you to spend more money, like to buy something like a luxury bag, I don't know, or something you don't really need, because they want you to spend more money to stimulate the economy. So yeah, they are doing that coupon thing. But I don't know. I don't think people are going to want to go through the trouble just to save 20 or 30 yuan. It's not that much. It's not worth it. Okay. Oh, favorite keto dish? Bacon? Bacon? I like bacon. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't really make keto dishes. Like I just eat normal food. Um, the like I, keto is just meat and vegetables. It's like meat and most vegetables. So like I'll just like make a make a fatty steak and then have some like asparagus with it. Fatty steak. I'll have a few mushrooms with it. Or I might have I'll make. Yeah, just it's just a lot of the same foods. I just take out the potatoes, or I take out the noodles, or something. It's just, yeah. Um, Now this is a that's quite a question. That's quite a question. Which province in China has the best food? I'm guessing Sichuan. Um,
You are guessing us definitely.
no, that's what the person said. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sichuan. Like I loved the food in Gansu. I really did, but like, Sichuan is just I love the food here. And if you go around China, if you travel around all the different parts of China, the most common types of restaurants that you will see are Sichuanese restaurants. That's just true. That is just true. If you go to Beijing, you'll see tons of Sichuanese, places to eat. You go to Hainan, you go to Hong Kong, there's tons Sichuanese places. You go to Nanjing, there's tons of Sichuanese places. You go to Gansu, there's tons of Sichuanese places. Like Sichuanese food is really, really popular here in China. It might be the most popular type of food here because it's awesome. It's awesome. I love it. And the video that I was teasing earlier about my village ride, I think is like the kinds of like the kind of food that you can just get here is just it's so kind of different and special. This like spicy, hearty, really flavor forward type of cooking. Just it's so different from the rest of China. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's see. Agreed. Xinjiang kebabs are in their own amazing category. Yeah, I have a friend here who he hasn't been in China that long, but I guess he's been here about a year, but he's become like a connoisseur of Xinjiang lamb kebabs in Chengdu. Like he goes all around like different places and tries different like we call them yang rou chuan. Like he just tries all these different places. Like yeah, this place like the size of it, the lean to fat ratio, and then this and this, and there's like he knows because like you can just go. There are so many Xinjiang kebab places. You can just try a different one every night. There's so many. It's great. Hey, cheers, John. Cheers, John. Thanks for being real, China. Mm. I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that. Um, hey, that's fair. I always forget. Does that mean that Gansu food is better, or is it? I mean, I it's different. They share a lot of the same things. They share a lot of similarities, but there's enough difference, I think, to make a distinction. Sorry, I'm moving around a little bit. I want to sit down for a bit. I was standing up for the majority of this because my back has been hurting for a little while. So, but it's time to sit back down. Back to the old place. Yeah, my nose is so itchy. People are gonna think I'm doing cocaine or something because I just keep going like this. I'm not a cocaine user. I just have allergies. I can't find my allergy medicine either. Okay, well I'm just gonna keep scratching my nose then. because I can't.
Table. On the right side.
On the right side of the table.
Oh,
Ah, I see it. I see it. Okay. Thank you, Crystal. She knows everything. Crystal knows everything. She remembers everything. All right. All right. There we go. Cool. There we go. There we go. I would love to go visit Xinjiang and eat stuff. Things are a little difficult over there at the moment. But yeah, that's definitely a bucket list thing. Definitely a bucket list thing. It was Chengdu food 2 years ago, and the food there is great and so affordable. Yeah, food here is not that expensive. Yeah, it's pretty affordable. Pretty affordable place. You can get great food for not that much. Hunanese food? I mean, maybe in certain regions, but in terms of like all over China, like the places I've been traveling and the places I've seen, I don't see it being more popular. No. Yeah, Shanghai is pretty popular, but not more than Sichuanese. Don't you ever get tired of Hotpot, girlfriend? She would have Hotpot every single day if she had her way. Also takes like 2 hours to eat minimum because everyone is slow. It's not that I get tired of Hotpot. It's just that, like you said, it takes a long time to eat, and it's a very specific flavor, and it's kind of a heavy meal. I think it depends how you eat your Hotpot. There is a certain technique to eating Hotpot, and if you follow the technique, then you won't feel so like you won't feel like it's so heavy or so bad. Yeah, there's a certain way to eat it. I don't know if I'd say I get tired of it, but I know that Hotpot has its limits. Like Hotpot is I'd say maybe 3 times a month, probably at the most. I don't want to eat it all the time. Don't want to eat it all the time. Man, do I have a TikTok or Douyin account? I do have a Douyin account, actually. But I don't. I think I've posted one video on it. I've posted exactly one video. And it's of me standing on top of a bridge, throwing a frisbee over a little lake and onto the shore on the other side. Yeah, this is one. Yeah, just one video. I just don't. I was thinking about doing live streaming on Douyin, but probably not. Probably not. Yeah. Do more snacks unboxing videos. I don't know. I'm sort of over food videos. Food videos are so shallow. I don't see the value of doing food videos. They don't really add anything. Like if you go see someone travel, you can like learn a little bit more about the outside. Like you can see like the way that villages are built up, or you can see the way that people do farming, or you can see the difference between the city and the countryside, or this or that. Like you can learn some stuff, but with like snack unboxing videos, I don't see the value of that, which is why I don't really do them anymore. I find food to be a really shallow topic. It doesn't mean anything. It's just mindless entertainment. But I mean, that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree, but I don't see the value of doing food videos. I'm not leaving. I'm just getting my last cup of coffee. Yeah. Food videos annoy me. And if you notice, like, food videos always follow the same formula. Every food video is exactly the same. Just pay attention in the next few food videos you watch. Every food video is exactly the same. You just cut and paste in different foods. I don't think it's that interesting. Yeah. Coming in from Deb. Been watching your videos for 8 years. Oh man, 8 years. You were one of the OGs. 8 years. So 2012. Yeah, that's when I moved over here to teach. Wow, props to you. Been watching for that long. Back in the days when my videos were really rough. My videos were really rough at that time. Yeah. So yeah, inspired me to go to China in 2018 to teach a summer session. Great. How was that? What was your experience like? Tell us about it. Where's your girlfriend? I don't have a girlfriend. I have a wife. She's upstairs in bed right now. I don't know if she's watching the stream, but she's definitely listening to me. Do you want to yell hello for everyone?
No.
No. But she's probably on Weibo.
No.
No. Interesting.
I'm on Taobao.
Oh, she's on Taobao. Aha. So, have you ever been as thin as you currently are at any other point of your life? Well, I'm not as thin as I was before the winter holiday. Before the winter holiday, I was probably maybe 15 pounds lighter. I've gained a little bit since the winter holiday, so it's been a few months now. So I am, but at that point, no, that was the thinnest I'd ever been. And I can get back down to it. It's not really a big problem, but yeah, as an adult, I'd never been that thin for sure. Yeah. China Bill's cooking videos. Yeah, so cooking videos I feel are different. Yeah, because it's teaching you how to create something. It's teaching you a technique. So I'm fine with cooking videos. I don't want to make them because I've made a couple of cooking videos and they're a lot of work. But I definitely can appreciate the value of a cooking video. Absolutely. And Chinaville is a good dude. Chinaville is a good dude. So, I'd recommend that fella. Yeah. Oh, interesting. 我好像在天津外国语大学见过你. Yeah. So this person says, someone's drilling. Fun. Someone says, I feel like I've seen you before at Tianjin Foreign Studies University. Well, I did live there for a year. So, yeah, you probably did see me. You probably did see me. Oh, no. I was trying to remove that comment. I don't know how to do that. We need to eat all. Yeah, people just love that series. I mean, yeah. Do I like Dongbei food? I don't think I've ever had proper Dongbei food. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had proper Dongbei food. Yeah, there are a couple of Dongbei restaurants that I used to go to. But yeah, I can't. Well, at least I can put that guy in timeout. Okay. Yeah, I don't want any political comments in here. That's not what I do. I don't do politics. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going to Dongbei someday and trying that food, but I don't know. I can't say that I do or do not like it. Sichuan mukbang video. Mukbang videos feel really weird to me. I don't. Yeah, I don't want. Yeah, mukbang feels really weird. I don't. I don't want to do that. Um, but I don't feel Crystal and I have a lot of misunderstandings. Maybe sometimes. uh, Yeah, I wouldn't say misunderstandings, but I would say that sometimes she will use language in maybe not she uses language in a way that's not she's not aware of certain subtleties within the language. Like Crystal is a very like 0 to 100 kind of person. She's either like completely chill or she's really really angry or annoyed or this or that. Like it's one or the other. And I think the misunderstandings come because she doesn't know the subtleties and the degrees of certain aspects of the language. Um, but we don't have a lot of those. I just have to sort of de-escalate things sometimes. So yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm gonna chill on the questions for a little bit, and yeah, trying to think. Yeah, this. I mean, I don't have any plans for today. I'm just chilling. I'm still recovering from that bike ride. We did like 50 kilometers. Yeah, it was about 50 kilometers on that bike ride, and then afterwards, uh, I went and played a board game. I went and played Settlers of Catan, which is not normally my thing. I did win though, so that's nice. Second time I'd ever played it, and yeah, I'm just trying to. I think today I'm gonna stay at home and read. I'm gonna read today and then finish this video that I'm editing. My sister got me into Les Mis, so I'm reading Les Mis. I didn't know that book was 1,500 pages. Good Lord. 1,500 pages. I am 5.2% through that book. It's ridiculous. I feel like I'm reading Infinite Jest again. I feel like I'm reading Infinite Jest again. All these footnotes and these speeches and stuff, but it's very good so far. I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, I'd recommend Les Mis if you need something to read. Seems good. Seems good so far. Is there anything else I'd recommend? Recently read Great Expectations. That was quite good. Yeah, those are my recent recs. So yeah. Oh, I Had Raised Dust. Anything by Daniel Carms is really good. Okay. So yeah, that's life at the moment. Trying to think. We'll be moving soon. Moving house. That'll be fun. So you get to see another apartment video. Anyone who's been watching my channel for a long time, you know that I'm like the king of China apartment tours. I've done like 7 or 8 of those videos, and I never even made a video about this apartment. Nobody's ever seen the interior of this apartment, and then I'm leaving, so I might make another one. Who knows? I don't know. Let's see. Let's go back into the comments. Let's see. Any upcoming travel plans with the country opening up? Not at the moment. I'm not planning anything at the moment because there's still some weirdness about like foreigners traveling to certain places. Like Western Sichuan is like really Tibetan. Northern Sichuan has some Tibetan stuff, and also the Qiang people. And like those places get closed off for random reasons at random times, and those are the places that I want to go. So add in those random closures with Corona. I don't. I don't know, not yet. I want to do the village rides kind of around Chengdu. Um, I don't want to do any like proper traveling just yet. Not yet. Let's see. Wait, what are you guys talking about? Something rage-inducing, surfing in Chengdu. What are you talking about? I don't know. Something good. May the fourth be with you. Yeah, that was yesterday though. So just missed it.
That's Arsenal Day.
Arsenal's Day.
Yeah, may the fourth be with you.
A Star Wars Day.
So you can be the Arsenal Day.
I don't want it to be Arsenal Day. I'm a Southampton fan.
That's fucking the best day is the fourth. You cannot be the fourth. Yeah, fourth all the time. People.
Yeah. Okay.
That is also sarcasm. Sarcasm.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see. Hey, new subscriber. I don't Samu Arfu. Okay, I don't know what that means, but great. Yeah, there we go. Saw Les Mis on Broadway, one of my faves. Yeah, I'd have to finish the book first. 1,500 pages. Ugh, what's one special talent or weird, quirky thing that you have that most of us don't know about? I'll have to get back to you on that one. I'm pretty good at impressions. But mostly impressions of people that I know. Like I don't do impressions of celebrities or anything, but I do impressions of people that I know. I'm not bad at those. I've got an ear for it. Is there a service like U-Haul there or use moving companies? Well, yeah. So I mentioned I was moving a little while ago. Yeah, there's a service called it's called Quigo, and like you can basically just rent a van, and then you could just pack all your stuff up in a van, and then they'll drive it to your new place, and then you unload it and done. I don't have a lot of stuff because Crystal and I have moved so many times that we're really good about not buying random dumb crap. So like we can pack everything up and easily get it into a van, and then that's all we need. So yeah. So yeah, Quigo. I think we helped a friend book a van. It cost 100 yuan, which is like $16. Yeah, $16. That's nothing.
No, it's 30. Quiet.
For what?
What needs the quiet?
30 kwai?
Just make a video.
Oh, it was 30 yuan.
Well, 30 or something like that. 35.
Okay, I am streaming though, so we can't have an extended conversation because no one can hear you. But yeah, so what? 30 kwai. So that's like $4. Nothing. That's nothing to move. So there you go. But that's for in like within a city. How common are shrines and temples? Are these I've never been to Japan, so I don't know how common they are in Japan. But there are several temples in Chengdu. There are temples just about everywhere. Like in every city, you'll have several temples. Chengdu has probably 4 or 5 like big temples, and there's lots of small ones. When you go out into the countryside, you'll see a lot of like really small shrines and things like dedicated to certain folk gods or to certain like sects of Buddhism. So, but yeah, I've never been to Japan, so I don't know. Let's see. Visit Li Ziqi's hometown and spy on her. I don't know. I don't know where she's from. Somewhere in Sichuan. Let's see. Why do you move to different places so often? Well, for a few things. One, because I've changed jobs like more than a lot of people. Most people will just find a job they're kind of okay with, and they'll just stay at that job. But like not me. Like I started in Lanzhou, um, and I wanted to find a better job at a better university, so I moved to Tianjin. I moved a couple of times in Tianjin. I moved in Tianjin because my house got broken into and I didn't feel safe, so I moved somewhere else around the uni. And then when I moved to Chengdu, I was working at one university because I wanted to keep moving up. So I moved to a place close to there, and then I lost that job. So I had to and I got a job in a different part of the city, and the commute would have been too long, so I had to move again. And then I got kicked out of a place because the landlord wanted to sell the house, so I had to move again. And then, there's a lot of different reasons. I had my rent jacked up 25% upon renewing a contract, which I'm not okay. So yeah, if my rent's getting jacked up 25% for the same place, I'm not gonna stay there. Yeah, so there you go. Oh, you can hear Crystal. Okay, Crystal, they can hear you.
I'll be quiet.
Okay. Even the live stream can't stop us from hearing how wrong you are. Yeah, I mean it's one of my hobbies, being wrong. I'm wrong quite a lot. I'm wrong a lot and I forget things a lot. Those are two key aspects of my personality. Moving it away, you need a moving company thinking taking my e-bike with me, sell it, buy a new one, or take it with me. Well, it depends where you're moving. If you're moving somewhere within the same city, definitely take it with you. If you're moving to a different city, then yeah, sell it, get rid of it. E-bikes are cheap. E-bikes are real cheap. When will China allow international flights? Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. Don't know. Yeah, that did happen. It did happen. China is not a place where you will encounter violent crime, but thievery is the most common form of crime that you will encounter in China, like a pickpocket or something like that. People breaking into your house. And the height of all of the crime, in China, crime really spikes just before Chinese New Year. You got a lot of poor migrant workers and people who are going to go back to their hometowns, and they want to steal stuff and fence it, sell it off, resell it so they can have money to bring back to their hometown, or have money to buy gifts for people in their hometowns and stuff like that. So crime always spikes just before Chinese New Year. And that's when my house got broken into. They stole a bunch of my electronics and things like that. Yeah, this was when I was living in Tianjin. Trying to think of when it was. 2014, I guess, or early 2015. I can't remember. But yeah, there you go. Landscape there is fourth at God. It's definitely not around the city of Mianyang because I've been to Mianyang. Mianyang's not that interesting. You'd have to be a village kind of away from the city because Mianyang's not that interesting. Not that good. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Boss lady's always right. So this reminds me of Snarky. I was talking to Snarky about him and his wife's relationship, and Snarky's like, I live by this particular code, and this is what my wife tells me. My wife says that I'm the king, but she's the boss. So Snarky's the king, but wife is the boss. Yeah, there you go. Are you aware of the Beijing bikini phenomenon? Everyone is. Everyone is. So the Beijing bikini, for those of you who don't know, is it's that thing that happens when it's always like kind of redneck people or like kind of lower working class people. Like it's always men. Like when they get hot in the summertime, they pull up their shirts around their midriffs and Beijing bikini. They pull up their skirts around their shirts around their midriffs, and they just look bad. I'm gonna try this and see if let's see. Yeah, okay. See if I can find it. Nope. Okay. I was gonna share the. Okay, man. I'll have to try that feature another time. But yeah, so they pull up their shirts over and you see their entire midriff. Sometimes they just take off their shirts. Like it's just, I mean, I would say it's uncivilized. And that's what a lot of like Chinese people would say. It's really buwenming. It's uncivilized. Tend to live in Shanghai in the fall and study for Mandarin 3 months at a time. Travel will be available by then. It depends what country you're from. I think things will open up country by country. If you're from the USA, no, you're not gonna be back here in the fall. So, yeah, sorry about that. A friend of mine had their iPod pickpocketed while they were listening to it. The music suddenly stopped when they were reaching in their pocket to find out it was just gone. Yeah, people are quick here. Yeah, they'll take it out, and as soon as they take it out, they hold down the power button. Like if it's a phone, they'll immediately hold down the power button. So as soon as you realize your phone's gone, you turn to your friend and say, "Hey, can you give me a call really quick? Like, I think my phone's gone." Like as soon as they call, then the phone's already off, and then they're off to, back to their apartment to wipe the phone and do all this. And like they're very quick. They're very professional about it. Do I still have Lanzhou beef noodles? I don't. I haven't had Lanzhou beef noodles since I left Lanzhou, because I remember when I still lived in Lanzhou, I tried beef noodles in a couple of cities outside of the city, like in Kunming or maybe some other city, I can't remember, Xi'an, and it's like the beef noodles, Lanzhou beef noodles outside of Lanzhou are completely different and they're not good. So since I left Lanzhou, I've not had Lanzhou beef noodles because I have that memory in my head of what they should taste like. And I don't want to like spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. So yeah, that's oh, okay. So I'm messing with a couple of permissions here. All right. So I hope China will open again so I can do an exchange. Yeah, there's so many like international students who got kind of left out in the cold. It sucks. It sucks. But you got to do what you got to do. Favorite fast food restaurant in America? Oh man, I don't know. Subway. I love sandwiches. Like fast food. Yeah, I mean Subway is still technically fast food. I love Subway. Sandwiches are so great. Yeah, that's probably it. I think I'd go with that. There we go. Okay. Rashid. Hey, Rashid. Hope everything's going well with you. Hope you're doing well. Ooh. Now, for those of you who are not aware of the face kini, just go into Google and search this, the face kini. Now, James, this is a face kini is really just like Qingdao. This, I mean, as far as I know, it's only in that like city. So I've been down to like Hainan a few times, and I've traveled around, and I've never seen face kitties anywhere in real life. I've only seen it in photos online of old ladies in Qingdao, which is in Shandong province, for those of you who don't know. So that's only a very like specific location. It's only in a very specific location. So there you go. So yeah, if you don't know about face kinis, Google them. Definitely Google them. Ah, man, my nose is so itchy. So itchy. I took that allergy medicine. Seems like it's not working. No, Binglong is not a thing. Binglong is a beetle nut. It's a beetle nut. So there's two kinds of beetle nuts. There's one that's like the fresh one that they wrap in a leaf and you chew that. That's very common in Taiwan and in Hainan. It's sort of a mild stimulant, like I've seen some documentaries of people treating beetle nut like a drug, but you don't hallucinate or anything. It's just a mild stimulant like coffee or something. No, I mean, I've seen it being sold here, like in the dried form. So it's like a dried beetle nut. And then they might like roll it in some like coffee flavoring or something like that, mint flavoring. But it's not really a big thing here. Do many locals still use portable shortwave radios when out and about? That's an old people thing. Like you'll see an old guy walking around the park listening to like Peking opera or something, or Sichuan opera. Yeah, it's only really old people. They'll be blasting that music while walking around the park. Like everyone hates it, but he's an old guy. What are you gonna do? So, Popeyes versus KFC versus Jollibee. I don't know what Jollibee is. It sounds like a regional thing. Like, as far as chicken goes, I'm a KFC guy. I like those 11 herbs and spices, but I love Popeyes like biscuits, and I love the Cajun sides and stuff like that. But yeah, no. How do you have from just a guy? He's just a guy, He's just a guy. I don't know, just a guy. How do you handle all the super hot and spicy food? Like a champ. Beefcake. Yeah. I just eat it. Like you get used to it after a while. Like I never had to like adjust to it because I don't think like compared to other regions in China, yeah, the food here is spicier, but it's not spicy, not really. It's spicier than other places, but I don't find it spicy, not really. I never really did. So, yeah, that's just what I think. Okay. Where in China would you like to live the most? Take money and job out of the equation. What do you consider a dream location? That's a good question. I'm going to save that for a video. I'll make a video about that. I mean, just off the bat, I can't imagine any place being better than Chengdu. Like, honestly, I love living in Chengdu. I don't want to live in Beijing. I don't want to live in Shanghai. I definitely don't want to live in Guangzhou or Shenzhen or like there's nowhere else I'd really want to live. I like Chengdu. I've been to so many other cities. I've been to all of the other big cities, and I've been to so many places, but I don't really want to live in any of those places. I like Chengdu. Yeah. So that's it. I bet you get more views if you eat stuff while you do this. Yeah, probably, but views aren't everything, right? Views aren't everything. I don't care about views that much. It's just here. I'm new here. What's going on in America? The news seems crazy. I don't watch the news anymore. I don't pay attention. It's not my I don't care. Oh, it's not that I don't care. It's just I'm exhausted by it. I would say just maybe ask on Twitter. Ask around on Twitter. Get on Twitter. Can I keep my keto up if I get back around China? This big. Well, I thought keto's really. I think if you're in a bigger city, keto is really easy to do in China because you can buy bacon, like American style bacon, and you can buy fatty pork, you can buy fatty beef, you can buy like huge chunks of just pork fat that you can make into pork rinds if you want. You can buy avocados. You can buy nuts and seeds and things like you can do keto in China. It's not hard. It's just like you have to like just go on different websites and look up just look up high fat low carb foods, and then like you'll see like sunflower seeds, macadamia nuts, almonds, not pistachios. You'll see pumpkin seeds, and you'll see fatty meats, and you'll see avocados, and you can buy all of that stuff in China. You can buy all that stuff in bigger cities. Avocados are hard to come by in smaller cities, but you can get it like butter and pork fat, bacon grease, using olive oil and using. I mean, you can get all that here. It just is a matter of just looking around a little bit. Watching from Dubai, by the way. Awesome. That's pretty cool. Would you agree with the statement that Hainan is a tourist trap? I would agree with that to an extent. Not the whole island, or I should say islands, because there's more than one, but Sanya certainly is. Ling Shui is getting to be that way. Wanning is still kind of okay. But there are so many little small towns and like deserted beaches, and there's a lot of places that you can still get like an authentic sort of island and Hainan experience, but it's becoming more and more developed. China's got a big problem with overdeveloping places, and Hainan is going to be that way. And in certain places in Hainan, it already is that way. Definitely. It kind of sucks. Like to see Chengdu for its rap culture. Yeah, rap and hip hop is fairly big here. So is EDM. The EDM scene in Chengdu is really quite big as well. So I mean, if you're into that, great. I cannot stand any form of rap or hip hop. Or country. Those are kind of my three genres. Like if it's country, I'm out. If it's rap, I'm out. If it's any sort of hip hop, I'm out. Anything else I'm pretty cool with. Pretty chill. Yep. There we go. China Tourism Board offered to send me to Hainan like 5,000 times. Never did it. I did it. Yeah, I think I've been 3 or 4 times to Hainan now. That jump on that Hainan train. They take care of you. The tourism board really takes care of you. I really enjoyed it, and I've gotten to know a few people from my trips there. So it's a good time. They look after you. Ooh, that's nasty. It's from the 2000s, so it's been a while. I've never heard of people getting their earrings ripped off. Do you remember the name of that documentary? Because otherwise, it sounds like some hearsay. I'd want some proof. That's some nasty stuff. Ugh. That sounds bad. Been there. Been where? I'm not sure. Sometimes the comments on this software, they seem to come in like waves. Like, because I'm not streaming directly on YouTube. I'm streaming on a different website, and it seems to kind of catch up. So sometimes I see comments like this, and I'm thinking like, "Whoa, who, what, where, who's it? When's this coming from?" It doesn't exactly match up with the timeline. So, oh well, yeah, we're at an hour and a half. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Let's see. Yes, doing pretty good. Pour myself a little milk, and oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. So, okay. So he's talking about the food in Chengdu. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now it makes sense. Now I got it. So yeah, just a guy thinks that the food actually is really hot and spicy. Yeah. Am I ever gonna go to Tibet? Nah, probably not. I don't. I don't. I don't want to say I don't see the appeal of Tibet, but I don't. I don't like the idea of going to a place where I can't freely travel. Um, I don't want to join a tour group. I don't want to be ushered around the same routes that everyone goes on. Like I don't want to go to a place where everything's restricted like that. So what's with all the dislikes? Are there dislikes really? I didn't okay, great. Dislikes happen. Yeah, we'll get to the. Well, I mean, we'll hop on the baby train. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I want to get really deeply into it, but yeah, we'll like. I mean, on the stream, get deeply into it, but I mean, we'll get there eventually. So, I mean, I appreciate you liking me. I like me too most days, but yeah, some people don't like me. It happens. Young Chinese taste in music seems very narrow. Yes, I agree. Music in China, generally speaking, it sucks. Everything's really tightly controlled here in terms of music. It's just a lot of horrible pop music that's kind of copied and pasted from other countries, particularly Japan and Korea. They copy songs and just change the lyrics, or they'll just simply cover the songs. And there's a whole phenomenon behind that. There's a whole like trend behind that, just copying things from Japan and Korea. And it's just a lot of really shallow pop songs, a lot of love ballads, and like nothing. There's nothing really soulful in Chinese music. Like I should say, mainland Chinese music. It's too tightly controlled. They don't. It's just it's really awful. And when you get into like not mainland China, when you get into Hong Kong and Taiwan, you can get some really great music. But like the good Chinese music is all underground. It's all the stuff that you'll see in like live bars or in secret lounges, or things you can never get widely distributed. You'll never get a record deal with like you know with like edgy hip hop. You'll never get a record label with like heavy metal. You'll never get it's really, oh yeah, there you go. Sappy. Sappy is the key word. Thank you for that, Jamaica. Yeah, sappy. That's it. It's, oh, boy. Yeah, it does drive me nuts. Does drive me nuts. Okay. Yeah. The thing is, Chengdu is not that big. It's easy to go anywhere there. Yeah. Traveling big city. Yeah. So I agree with that. I totally agree. You can go anywhere in Chengdu on a bicycle, anywhere in like Chengdu proper. If you take a bicycle, you can go anywhere in about 30 or 45 minutes. Anywhere. That's great. That I might save that for a video. That's a long answer. Let's see. What is this? I like this channel. I watch Spanish speaker blog based in China. I can't read that. Okay, pretty big. Also, Ni Hao Cassandra. All right. So if you're a Spanish speaker, go check out these channels. I mean, I don't know if I can officially endorse them because I don't know what their channels are like. But you know, if you speak Spanish, great. Let me know what those channels are like. Oh, dude. All right, check this out. From is that idea? That's funny. Idea. Clever little pronunciation play. Idea 28. It's my first super chat to send ever. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. I know it's not much, but it's a small thank you for the knowledge, the honesty, and hard work through the years. Thank you very much. That means a lot. I don't get a lot of money from YouTube, so like super chats are like I noticed that super chats, like I make more money from super chats than I do like for the rest of the month. So I really like do appreciate those. So thank you, Idea 28. I really appreciate that. That's great. So yeah, I do want to get back into like making like actual videos. Like I said, I will put out a video, I think on Thursday or Friday. I want to make sure that it's right. Got a little village bike ride for you because I don't want to just live stream all the time. It's fun to live stream, but I don't want to do that all the time. I gotta get back into actual videos. So check out my channel too. Okay, I didn't know that you were a vlogger, so there you go. All right, well, check out Jamaica Funk, I guess. There you go. I'm not still on keto. I'm probably going to get back on it though, because I'm noticing like my stomach is starting to kind of get more and more horizontal. Let's say it's growing, and I'm getting a little bit back in my face. So it's probably time to get back on it. So yeah, my 18-year-old students love the Eagles. They don't love the Eagles. They love Hotel California. So the thing is with like Chinese, especially students, they say that they love a certain artist or they love a certain genre, but then when you ask them more deeply about it, you find out, oh, they only actually know one or two songs by this person. Like you'll hear a lot of people talk about like, oh, I love Taylor Swift so much, and you're like, oh, what song do you like by Taylor Swift? And they'll say like, I really love blank space, and then like you'll ask them, well, what about this song or this song? And they're like, oh, I haven't heard that one. I haven't heard that one. I haven't heard that one. I'm like, okay, how do you not know? And then like if you say someone like they love the Eagles, they say, really? Yeah, I love the Eagles too. Like, what are your top 5 favorite songs? And they'll say Hotel California and the others, because they don't know any other songs by the Eagles. They don't know any other songs. Like they'll say they love the Beatles. You'll say, what song by the Beatles? And they'll say, Hey Jude. And they don't know any others. Oh yeah, like Linkin Park. Yeah, they know lots of Linkin Park songs, but everything else, yeah, they only know 1 or 2 songs. But yeah, there you go. Okay, there you go. So an e-bike ride video through Taicang. All right. Yeah. Oh my God, yeah, that was the other one I was gonna think I was going to mention, yeah, Country Road. So Hotel California, Country Road, Take Me Home, Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, Yesterday Once More, which I think is by the Carpenters. It's from like the 60s or something. Like those are something like you'll see those. Like it's so weird. You'll talk to someone about music in China and they'll say, "Oh, I really love. Do you know the song Yesterday Once More? Do you know that song? That's from like that's like my parents' generation." And then like a 16-year-old student is telling, it's so weird. The random things that like it's very inconsistent. They know this really weird random song out of nowhere, and then they won't know an entire genre. Like they've never listened to a blues album. Yeah, so it's very strange. Very strange. Yeah, Ed Sheeran. Yeah, they'll say, yeah. But even if you say Ed Sheeran, they'll say, "Oh, The Shape of You," but then they don't know any other Ed Sheeran songs. They'll say like, "I'm a huge fan of Ed Sheeran," and then they know one song. So, oh well, oh well. Well, there you go. Uh, just a little rant about Chinese music. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. If you listen to anything that's out of that kind of sappy pop culture scene, people will think you're crazy. Yeah, absolutely. Like In Flames and Marilyn Manson, where you're getting into like edgier music, like even like rock and roll is considered like edgy. Like Green Day is considered edgy music here. Much less In Flames or Marilyn Manson. That's like Marilyn Manson is edgy back in the U.S. So, yeah, let's see. Let's see. We're kind of going to shift topics because it seems like I'm going to get really ranty and annoyed if I keep talking about music. I applied for jobs through my international hotel company in a supervisor position, but being a foreigner, do you think my chances are low on getting those jobs? Well, so hotel management jobs are not unheard of for foreigners, but they are difficult to get because there aren't many of them. Because you would pretty much be limited to working in a five-star hotel. So like we're talking like a Sheraton or something like a Shangri-La hotel. Like it would only be five-star hotels, and it would be that sort of job where like your company would have to like maybe have a branch in China. Like your hotel would have to have a branch opening up in China, or you would have to be living in China already and kind of know local people to kind of get that job. It wouldn't be a job that you could just like find online and apply for. It would be hard to do that. You could, but yeah, it would be. Yeah, those jobs are not super common. They're not super common. Yeah. So yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. We all know about that. We all know about that. So much stuff I never do, but decided why not. I'm doing a commentary video on 20 China-based YouTubers. Should be kind of crazy. Well, yeah. 120 is a lot, so that's going to be a very long video. But it also goes to show how much the China YouTuber scene has changed and grown over the years, because maybe five years ago there were not 20 YouTubers in China. There were just not 20. 5 years ago in 2015 there was maybe between 7 and 10 people who were uploading regular China content. Yeah, but the fact that you could do 20 China YouTubers videos. Like the fact that you could do a video on 20 China-based YouTubers, that just goes to show how things have changed. But I don't know. It depends even what you mean by YouTuber. Like people who are uploading regular content and people who are living in China at the moment, there's still not that many, because there are people who say like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber like in China, but they've uploaded one video ever, or they upload one video every 8 months. I don't know if I consider that a YouTuber, but yeah. Do I know China Teacher brand? I'm not getting into YouTube drama. Yeah, I know about China Teacher. I can't say like I don't think I've ever had a conversation with him, but yeah, I mean I know him. I know of him, I should say. But yeah, I'm not into that YouTube drama. So do you watch any China-based YouTubers? I watch every video that Snarky does. I watch. Let me just pull up my YouTube feed. These days, I don't watch a lot of China content because as of late, most people have been doing sort of similar things like what I'm doing. They're live streaming, or they're just doing videos about the coronavirus, or yeah, it's not interesting content. I watch things about like people, like the content that I'm interested in is regional content, like people talking about what's happening in their city, like restaurants that are unique to their city, or like places of interest that are unique to their city, or like village crawls that are like on the outside, on the outskirts of their city, or like something unique to their city. That's what I'm interested in. And nobody really does that. I don't understand why. There's plenty of like China content in general on the internet, but no one's doing regional content, except for maybe Sarland. He does like Harbin content. And I guess Snarky does Shanghai content, and a couple of others. But yeah, I don't watch a lot of China YouTubers. Walkabout Rojo, he does regional content. But yeah, these days I'm not watching a lot of stuff because nobody's out traveling. No one's out doing stuff. So yeah, there you go. Agreed. Oh, nope, I clicked the wrong one. I can't agree that my own videos are awesome. Yeah, coronavirus videos have made me so tired. I agree. I'm done with it. I'm done with them. I don't watch any of that stuff. I don't watch any of that anymore. But yeah, hey, I appreciate it, man. I love those village crawl videos too. I love going out and seeing something different. That's the whole key. So I'm very excited about this video that is coming out this week. It's not super in depth. It's a very brief kind of look at like some, like I call it a pocket village, where there's like the city is developing all around, but there's still a little area of where there is still kind of a village, but everything's growing up around it. I call it a pocket village. So development all around it. This area is still kind of stuck back in that village life. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. Yeah, I agree. Things are getting back to normal. So there we go. I don't know how to pronounce that. A Brazilian couple based in Chengdu, blogging in Portuguese. Wow, interesting. They returned to Brazil, but they'll be back. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully. We don't know when. Miriam in China. Yeah, I'm not subscribed to her, but she pops up into my recommended. I don't. Miriam in China. It's not my type of content. Let me see. Let me find a couple of titles. Yeah, it's a lot of rural China, like composting stuff, making a garden, how to use Sichuan peppers, um, soil roasted beans in a Chinese bean game. Yeah, it's not my type of content. But yeah, some of this I will get into. Yeah, I could get into that. We pressed our own rapeseed oil. Now that's kind of cool. I could watch that. Well, this is a lot of food stuff. Yeah, that's why I've never watched her stuff, because it's a lot of food stuff. So yeah. Yep, still living in Chengdu. You forgot the G. But yeah, still living in Chengdu. I absolutely love it. Yeah, deep China stuff. Deep China. Deep China's cool. Yeah, I'm not into, yeah, if I can find some stuff that's not food related, I'll watch it. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. I don't want to make this a live stream where I just look at Miriam's channel. Yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of news at the moment. What is this? El Gato Chino is another China-based blogger from Spain, Spanish language, with a video about indie alternative music scene in China. All right, interesting. All right, so if you speak Spanish, go for it. Go for it. Well, yeah, I did address this topic in a Q&A video, but I'm just so done with food videos. I'm not interested in it. But it's one of those, like, I know what I would talk about, because I addressed it in that Q&A video a long time ago about non-spicy foods in Sichuan. But yeah, I just never made, because there's 5 or 6 foods that are typical, but yeah, I don't feel like going out to like restaurants, like a few different restaurants, to order all of those. But it's one of those things I will get to, because I know it would be a video that would get views. I know it would be a video that get views. I'm just so over food stuff. I just don't care about food videos anymore. What are top 3 other than English teachers? I mean, you can do just about anything you want in China. The most common thing that I see, that if you're not an English teacher, you are a business owner. And that could be anything. You could own a restaurant, you could own an import-export business, you can do manufacturing, you can do you're a business owner of some kind. Most of the business owners that I know here own a restaurant or a bar. That's the most common kind of way to do it. So restaurant or bar owner, or just some sort of small business. That's the most common. But there's lots of jobs available out there. There's lots of tech jobs. Tech is huge in China. So if you work, like, I know a guy who works for Texas Instruments, and he's making a lot of money in China. I know a guy who works on the national power grid here. I know guys who work with different automobile companies like Audi, or they work on BMW. They work for VW. They do consulting here. People who work for Dell, people who work for Lenovo, people who work for there's so many. Yeah, any sort of tech jobs. Any sort of tech jobs. How many Chengdu youngsters can speak English? I mean, are you talking like actually speak English, or like I speak English in a training school. Because yeah, when you meet people out and about in the city, I don't meet many people who speak English. Bes- Outside of like the service industry. So like maybe if you go to a restaurant, some waiters or waitresses will say like, "Hey, please sit down," or they'll say, "How many people?" or something like that. But like as far as if you were just go out on the street and try to speak English with young people here, nah, nah. Yeah, so talking about like food and stuff like that, yeah, it's like Trevor James. I wonder how he does it. He works his balls off on his channel. I don't think I could do it. I know I couldn't do it because I had my own sort of food series that went viral a long time ago, and I just got so burned out. Like I haven't done steady food videos in probably 4 years, and I'm still burned out on them. I still don't want to do them. 4 years later, I still don't want to do them. I can't believe he's still going and he's as successful as he is. Like, more power to him. He's great. He's great. Again, not my kind of content. I've got like sort of PTSD from any sort of food videos. I don't watch Trevor's videos, but I definitely appreciate the hustle and the talent. Oil rig people in China, like foreign oil workers. What? Don't know about that. Yeah, you can get sriracha sauce here. Yeah, you can get it at any. You can get it on Taobao. You can get it at any. I wouldn't say any, but you can get them at a lot of import-export stores. It's a very common thing to find in Chengdu. You can buy it at Carrefour. You can buy it at any import-export store here. It's pretty common. Yeah. Really? Shanghai's opening up a Popeye's chicken. Interesting. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, okay. I did not know that. Yeah. I mean, I've never been to Shenzhen, so that's probably why I didn't know that. Shenzhen's not a place I would really like to visit. So, yeah. I am at that age where I'm losing interest in food. It just you realize there are so many more things in life that are more interesting. Like when I've when I've talked to like journalists and reporters about like the videos that I used to make, and I talked to Chinese people who recognize me from those like food days, and like I I remember I gave an interview, and they put this clickbait title. It said food blogger in Chinese said food blogger says food is the least interesting thing in China, because I did say that food is the least interesting thing here, um, because like if you think about the varieties of experiences that you can have, the places that you can go, the people that you can meet, the experiences you can have, like food is such a small part of life here. I just don't find it that interesting or compelling anymore. I don't see any value in it. Um, Food is just fuel. It's fun to indulge every now and then, but um, yeah, I don't understand it. Um, if I'm not making food, so what is it? Yeah. Well, I mean, we could just look back through my channel. So I used to do a lot more travel videos, and I don't. My channel doesn't have a thing. That's one reason why my channel doesn't do very well in terms of views or money or whatever. I don't have a thing. If I had a thing, if I had a niche, I suppose it would be Chengdu stuff, like life about Chengdu. Um, like I had Chengdu What to Do. I made 2 or 3 of those videos. Um, I made videos about like buffets in Chengdu, like different like shops in Chengdu, places to visit in Chengdu. That's kind of my thing. I like Chengdu, and I want to make videos more about this area. So that's what I'm gonna do. And it's sort of like, because this channel is sort of a mix between um, like a video diary for me and um, yeah, it's just sort of a video diary. It's a video diary of like what I've seen and what I've done in China and kind of what I think is funny and occasionally what people want to see. So if I find something interesting that I want to talk about, then I just do it. Or if something's coming up in my life that I feel like is important to kind of address to myself, I can look back on it. Yeah, that'll be it. Or if I feel like there's a gap in information, I want to fill that gap. So like I did a tour of Sichuan University's Wangjiang campus because there was no video about that. Or I did a video about the Tongzilin area of Chengdu because there was no video about that. Or videos about my wife's hometown because there's no videos about those. So I feel like I'm kind of rambling. I don't really have a niche, and I don't need one. I don't need one. Exactly. So I had this problem with Chinese social media because my niche in Chinese social media was food, and as soon as I did anything outside of my niche, nobody cared. Nobody wanted to watch it. They just said, "Here, eat the thing." I don't want to eat the thing. I want to talk about something else. And Prime in China is kind of stuck in his niche of like exposing YouTubers. That's like what he does now, because that's what gets views on his channels. So it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing. Yeah, because YouTube wants you to have thing, and I don't care so much. I don't care so much. I only make videos when I want to make videos, and I only make videos that I find have value for me. Yeah, there you go. I like channels without a niche. Yeah, I get tired of seeing videos on the same things over and over again. I agree. I don't quite understand this question. What do Chinese or Chinese make fun of? I don't understand. Maybe you can give me an example or some more context. Do I watch my own videos? I used to actually, but these days, no, not really. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I will occasionally go back and watch a really old video if I'm thinking about making like a reflective video, because there was a guy, Justin, who lives in Lanzhou now, and he was watching some of my old Lanzhou videos and saying, "Oh, there's a lot of gaps in between you could fill in by, reviewing these videos and commenting over top of them." And so I've rewatched some of the old Lanzhou videos for possible future video ideas, but I don't watch them for fun anymore. So yeah, there we go. All right. Oh man, we are about at 2 hours. Dang. Oh, geez. Okay. So yeah, we're about at 2 hours. So I'm gonna like maybe a couple more comments and a couple more questions, and that'll be about it. But yeah, that's I totally feel you on that, Prime, because like I have videos on this platform that are 9 years old. I'm a completely different person than I came to China as. I'm so different now. We'll get to that. But yeah, it's tough. I do have Ultimate Frisbee. I do have. I could talk about football as a niche, but again, yeah, I have a couple of Frisbee videos that I'm trying to cobble together. I'm trying to cobble those together. Um, it's a bit tough on the editing side, but I'm working on it. I do have a Frisbee video. I do have a Frisbee video that I'm working on. So there we go. So Sichuan people. Okay. So James is asking, what do Sichuanese people or Chengdunese people make fun of? There is a war between Sichuan and Chongqing because Chongqing is now a municipality. It's a sort of independent thing. But Chongqing used to be a part of Sichuan. Sichuan used to be a really big province, and then Chongqing sort of became independent. And then when, I think this was back in the 90s, Chongqing kind of separated from Sichuan and became a municipality. And Chongqing people are really, really proud of that. And there's a lot of tension there. There's a war between Sichuanese and what do you call those, Chongqingers, I guess. So yeah, what happened to your teaching and teacher series? Yeah, that's a good question. There's so many things to make videos about. Yes, this stream is giving me a lot of ideas. Yeah, I've saved that. See, maybe if I change my my server, maybe that will help. Okay. How about now? Okay. It is about 2 hours. So I'll take maybe one more question, then we'll head out. It's about time for lunch. So there we go. What R2D2 with the hangover? Wow. That's a very specific example. I like it. That's funny. That's funny. It's better now. Good. So yeah, I'll give it maybe a couple more minutes. Maybe take one more question, then it'll be time to go. I'm getting kind of hungry. Crystal's probably tired of being stuck upstairs. But yeah, I am in China. I am in Sichuan province in Chengdu, the capital city. Will you speak some of that Zhongwen for us? I mean, I could. There's if you type in Mandarin Corner, Austin in China, so you can search that. So Mandarin Corner, Austin in China. Just search that and search that in YouTube, and there's like an 1.5 hour long video of me speaking Chinese. But not everyone here speaks Chinese, so I don't think it'd be a good idea because I'd have to just translate back and forth. So, yeah. All right. Any dates on Greylo 16? No drama. I'm not interested in drama. Don't care. Don't care about drama. Let's see. We'll end on this one, I think. Chuan or Hotpot. I am a Chuan man all the way. Chuan and Hotpot are virtually the same. The only difference is Chuan uses, like, they have everything's on a stick. Everything's on a stick. So I like that because I can choose what I want. And as much as I want, I can have just a little bit of this or a little bit of that. And then I can, I don't have to order like dishes. I like Chuan. The amount of, I like the portion control of Chuan. So yeah, there we go. Then maybe this will be the last. Korean barbecue or hot pot. Yeah, hot pot. I like Korean barbecue, but yeah, I think I'll choose hot pot. There you go. All right. So we are at 2 hours and 6 minutes. It's been a long time. So if anybody wants to check me out on Instagram, if you haven't followed me at Austin in China, please do that. And if you want to keep up with me, kind of my more personal side, my Twitter is at Let China Sleep. I think it's an old one. And then that will be about it. So yeah, check out my Insta, check out my Twitter, and I guess that's goodbye. Thank you all very much for watching, tuning in, and just chatting. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you very much.